Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to do a flip through of my bunny journal. Yes, I finished it. I was going to come back and do, after the last video working on this journal, I was going to come back and do some ephemera, but I realized I had enough ephemera in my stash already that I've been working on a lot lately apparently, and so I just filled it up, and you can see it was perfect before I put the ephemera. It wasn't elephant anything, but now it's quite stuffed with ephemera, so I just I want to use what I've made, so I put a lot in here, but yeah. So if you take the ephemera out, it will be back to normal, but anyway, right now here's how it is turned out. Here's the back. I just used this little piece of fabric to wrap around and make a little tie closure here. And I just want to show you all the angles. It turned out really cute. And I didn't add anything else to the front from what I showed you before. And I did some little paper clips. And this is a little tab, lace tab from a journaling card or a tag. But I will show you that when we get in there. But this just opens like this with this little, bow tied with this fabric, and then it's actually, I have another bow tied back here just to hold it all together, so I kind of untie that, and it's just kind of a wraparound thing. There's a hole back here in the back cover where this goes through, and it can be untied and taken off. And then you've got your hitch post little knob here where the bow fastens, and I'll fasten it again before the video is over so you can see how I did it. But here's the part that just wraps around the side and then hooks onto the little hitch post. And here's the front. As you saw before, I sewed this burlap on here, so you've got some stitching there. I sewed this rickrack onto this fabric here, so you've got stitching there. And then here's the 3 signatures. Came out really nice. And I also sewed on this rickrack onto this fabric, so you've got stitching there. And I put a little butterfly back here. That's from the digital kit. This is my design team project for Shabbydabbydoodah, where I used her brown bunny kit. So let's just get started on our flip through. This is the goodie bag. I had some of these green paper bags, and I'm really in the mood for green right now. I was blue. I was in the blue mood for winter, and now I'm in the green mood for spring. That's my spring color. So now we're all full on green here, but yeah, let's just get started with a little flip through. 3 signatures, like I said. So here's the front cover where I used a couple of different vintage books in this journal. So here's one of the pages here, and I didn't make any pockets or anything here because I didn't want to cover up any of this. And you can see the fabric here, that same fabric on the outside and rickrack there. I have some double-sided scrapbook paper in here, and it's the cardstock weight type. And so here's a little pockets that's sewn together. This is one of the little ephemera folders or holders that I just did a video on. I'm not going to open it up, but it expands, and it has a couple little tags in there. You could fit a couple more things in there, but I didn't want to add any more bulk to this. You can see how pretty it is right now and how kind of bulky it is with all the ephemera that I do have in here. So here's a little pocket, it's kind of like a little corner library pocket, decorated. We did this on a video together, and this is a little tag from my Tags Handmade video where we were working with hearts, and so I finished this one by sewing on the sewing machine around. And there's some paper bits, some fabric. This is all fabric and a little I guess it's a papery flower with a little pearl. This is some vintage tablecloth strips that I had cut to use as kind of like lace. It's a lace, one of those lacy tablecloths that I found while thrifting. And back here I made a little journaling card out of this was the cover. I have the pages in here too, but this was the cover to a vintage Easter seals notebook. It says it says established 1979. I don't know when this little, is it 79? Anyway, yeah, I don't know when this little notebook was from, but I did pick it up at an estate sale, and I backed it with, it had some printing on the back. I just backed it with coffee dyed paper so it would be a place to journal on. And yeah, so this was a page right here. This, when you see pages like this is from the Brown Bunny kit. And you have the beautiful design by Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah. And then, so this is scrapbook paper here, where I made a little pocket, and I've got a piece of, and you know, most of the ephemera, well, all the ephemera I believe in here is handmade by me. So this was a little kind of a, you know, journaling spot where it just opens up like this. There's your coffee dyed paper, and then it just closes up, and then you have your decorated front there with the butterfly. There's a little label, some lace, some crochet lace. That's the, I think that's the Dollar Tree lace. I love that. It's so nice to have that available, that crochet lace. So there you go. Now this is some vintage graph paper, the green here. You know, I get all my vintage things at thrift stores or estate sales. Here is, this is some of the kit. Isn't it pretty? I love it. It went really well with this whole look of this journal. And it was the, you know, the inspiration behind it. So here's some stenciling where I just stenciled some butterflies. The back of all the digital pages that were well, the digital prints were printed on, you know, resume paper, and it was this color. Really kind of nice, kind of vintage looking, and almost looks coffee dyed. But I wanted to, you know, to do something to the backs since I didn't print on them. So I did on this one do some stenciling there. And this is some more graph paper that I just received from Maria, and it's kind of like onion skin. And so I put a piece of that in there. It's just really neat, and the colors went well with the colors in this journal. I have tried to put different papers in each signature, so you're not like triplicating every signature, you know, like being the same. You know what I mean? So like there's only one piece of this in here, and there's only one piece of this. That's what I'm talking about. So, but the Edith Holden, I have an Edith Holden page in each signature, and you know, a different one. And I showed you where I put those in one of the videos where I was working on this journal. So here's one, July, very beautiful. And you can see I did join the pages together, so you see a little strip of Edith Holden cut off where I took 2 pages and hinged them together. And that also makes for a very strong little, you know, place where you bind in the journals anyway. So it just adds extra strength there. Page from the kit. There's some rickrack where I put on the back of this page. This is the wallpaper page where I have a pocket sewn here, and my little tags, 52 tags handmade. This was from this past week where we worked with yo-yos. And so this is all like stitched by hand and glued onto a tag. So you can write on the back. So it's a pretty, very pretty little tag there. And then this is some vintage paper. I find lots of, you know, vintage, you know, random, eclectic, you know, for junk journals. That's what brings the junk into junk journals sometimes. It's just your eclectic pages, right? So this was a piece that I found at an antique store, actually. Application for credit, but it's an old one, and it's yellow and green. So that's the color of this journal, right? Yellow and green. So here I added some butterflies from the kit. Now this is your center page here, where you have the beautiful bunnies. I may go back and add some charms here. I think I meant to do that. So I'm going to look through my charms and see if I have something that would be appropriate to put on the strings in each signature, 1 or 2 charms. So that will be added. But there's your center, beautiful from the kit pages. This is kind of like a snippet strip here that I made with fabrics and papers combined and kind of all brought together with that green rickrack there as a little side decoration on that, little trim. So here's the back half of that first signature. So you're seeing, you know, the back half of the pages. Sewn pocket here on the wallpaper. And this is another little tag we made one night on my when I was doing a video and working with children's books, and made this pretty little tag. So you can write on the back. These, when you see these little colorful strips, those are from my vintage sheets that I pick up at thrift stores. And so that's, yeah, there's a piece there, and here's a paper clip also I made with that same vintage sheet. I just love those vintage sheets, so I like using them in different ways. Here's a little pocket here. We made this together one night on a video, and it's got buttons and a little label. This is a little, just kind of like a craft colored or cardboard colored postcard. So that's really neat to journal on, or you can glue it in somewhere. You know, I try to put bits and pieces in here so you can have fun with them and decorate and do whatever your imagination, you know, wherever your imagination takes you. So this is the other half of that Edith Holden page, and this is for signature. And that paper, the orange kind of graph paper. I've got a vintage paper clip here, one of these little plastic ones. I've got a few of these, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in some journals. This is an envelope we made together one night where I was using my bits and pieces from In Love Arts and Your Creative Studio and made this, decorated this envelope. And also this piece right here I know was from Sincerely Serena on Etsy, where I had ordered a little like snail mail kit, or actually I ordered 3 of them. So, and I have in here a little picture that I had cut out from, I think this is from, I'm trying to remember, I think it's from a book. And I just backed it on some gray cardstock. So it can be a journaling spot or a journaling card. So that is in there. And I just paper clip that right here. So you can move it around, put it whatever, do whatever you want with it. And yeah, that little paper clip just goes on there. And then this is actually some graph paper. See how it's green on this side? And then it's kind of looks like almost like notebook paper over on this side with the lines and a little red, you know, line going down the side. So it looks like notebook paper. Here's the back side of that pocket where I have, oh, this is the Easter seals note paper. So I put the whole thing in here, the rest of it. This is all I had. And it has little like birds, I guess, on the little decoration there. So super cute. And there's lines on the front and back. So lots of writing room there. I'm really trying to use, like everybody's been saying that this year, I know, but I am in that mode where I'm trying to just use my stuff because, you know, I have my Thrifty Thursday every week where I'm bringing home new stuff. So the old stuff, not the old stuff, but, you know, stuff I already have needs to be used. This is a little envelope that I had made out of a piece of scrapbook paper. This pretty, like, see how it's yellow and white and match this paper right here. That's the resume paper. And then I clipped on, there's another little paper clip here. See if I can do it on video. This is this one sheet of pretty little note paper that I just clipped on here. I was going to glue it on and try to decorate this in some way. I thought it would be pretty glued on, but it was a little big and I didn't want to cut it. So I decided just to let the person that gets this decide how they want to use this little note paper in this little envelope. Oh, and there's something in the envelope too. It's a little paint chip, a yellow paint chip. So that can be, you can have fun with those too. You can add, you know, writing, you know, it's kind of like coffee dye paper on the back of it. And let's see, how did I have that like this? And you, well, oh, this is glued on. This flap is glued on, so I don't have to paper clip there. That's right, I forgot what I did. And then I paper clip this on over here. But yeah, you can have fun with paint chips, doing so many different things, make it into a pocket or journaling card. So here's the back half. This is the pretty digital paper from Tina. And then here's a pocket, you know, sewn. This is the back cover. I put it like a, you know, the double-sided scrapbook cardstock type paper on the, you know, as the cover of each signature. So you have a pretty cover. And this is a little, another little journaling card we made during the video where I was working with children's books. So this is, all these are from vintage children's books, and then some green buttons on there. Let's see, I think I put the smaller button inside the pocket so it wouldn't be quite so bulky for the pocket there. And this pocket has some glue right here, just FYI, if you're trying to put something in and out of here. I think it got some glue right here, but this you can still fit something over on this side like that. Sorry. And then I don't want to try to separate it and rip anything, so I don't know what I did there, but yeah, it does have a little jam there. Anyway, here's the pretty cover for the next signature, and this pocket is sewn together, and then there's a pretty kind of index card here where you have all this writing room on the back, and it's decorated on the front. Isn't that pretty? I love that little doily there. I guess I cut out the middle of a doily. I think that's what I did. You know how you have the bigger doilies? And I think I cut out the middle of it and made a little doily. Isn't that cute? It's just paper, but it's so pretty. And I have these little beads on there too. So this is from the kit, the digital kit. I just love this collaging. Okay, so here's like a library pocket that I kind of made into a belly band. So it goes all the way through. See this down here? I think, make sure you can see here. Yeah, see how it goes all the way through right here? And then, so behind it, I have this bookmark that I just did some collaging on there and added some bits. And see, I sewed around it and added a little lace on the top there. It's got some staples on it and some fabric. Oh, that looks like a cheesecloth maybe. Anyway, that's behind this pocket that's made from a book page. And then in the pocket, I have one of these. I just recently brought these home from a thrift store, but they're so cute. They're little books, and it says name, and there's lots of lines on the front and back, and they're magnetic. They're just magnetic. So it's a little like booklet that I found at a thrift store, and I thought they were so cute. So I put one in here. Ledger paper, and see, I've got a paper clip here. This is some more stenciling here. The other one was butterflies. This was like a honeycomb shape. And there's another paper clip with the vintage sheets. But this is the brown bunny from the digital kit. And then some more Edith Holden here. This is a cool page of paper that Maria recently sent me for my birthday, and it was in that package. And it's 3 layers, and you could take them. I could have taken them apart, but I kind of liked how it felt in here as a page with 3 layers together, and it actually made it very strong so that I was able to flip it up here and keep the holes. See, I was worried I was going to have to cut it down and cut the holes off. But I was like, oh, this is, if I leave it together, I can flip it up. It's nice, it's strong enough, so now I can make a pocket. And I was able to keep the holes on this was the bottom holes, and that was the top holes, and I did sew it together and added this pretty little butterfly there. So I thought that worked out very well. So thank you, Maria. That was awesome paper. I have quite a bit of it, so I'll be able to do that again. Little file folder and journaling card there. That one's made from scrapbook paper, and this is made from fabric. Like, this is a green bandana that I had. Added a little, this is embossed, a little label, sewed around it, made a little drawing card there. Some paper from the kit. I added a little label on this page so I can, write a date or a title down there. This is a pretty wallpaper I put one wallpaper page in each, or paper in each signature. So here's another wallpaper page with a flip out. And then you've got all this room here. It's the wallpaper. I said when I was putting the wallpaper in on the last video when I worked on this journal, I said, wallpaper is so cool because it's so thick and you can just do anything on it. You can draw, you can paint, and you can just do anything. And I added one of the little bunny. It's a little bunny in a window from the digital kit. I thought that was so pretty, and it just looked like it belonged there amongst the ivy on this wallpaper. I thought it turned out so cute. Here's a little flip up here where I just have some ephemera that I picked up at thrift stores. That's an old, it says deposit slip. I thought that was pretty cool. And it does look old. And then this is an old recipe, handwritten recipe. I found it randomly at a thrift store recently, and I stuck it in here. So I think those are fun. Just old handwritten recipes to do whatever you want. So here's the middle of this signature with another pretty piece of paper from the kit. I put a little brown bunny here on this page in a frame, and she's got some butterflies around her. But I also thought that if someone wanted to use this and put their own picture in here, you could just use this as a frame and then put your own picture in the middle. You'd be covering up the bunny, or you could make a flip up, kind of like tip it in and put your picture over there, and then you flip up and you see the little bunny underneath. Lots of stuff to do with things like that. I have an avocado dyed paper page in this one. And here's the back, so we're on the back half of the second signature now. Here's that other pocket made from that Maria paper. Little decoration there from the kit. And this is one of my little tags that I made from the children's books. This one had a bunny on it. And I got a little button, and I put reinforcements that I made myself on these. They just turned out so cute. I'm going to make some more of those. And Edith Holden. Not much to say about Edith Holden. We all know it's beautiful, right? I mean, just look at that. Here's a little pocket I made from a piece. This is a journaling card that I had printed a lot of the ephemera out on file folder. So they're nice and strong. So that's a pocket. And here in the pocket, I put some couple of papery bits that I printed on the resume paper. So those are, you can do so much with those, right? Just to have fun. And then this one is another journaling card that I had printed on the file folder. So I just wanted to, include as many pieces as I could in the journal. The ledger with a flip out. This is a little, kind of like, it was almost like a card. It was 2 pieces from the digital kit that I kept together and made it folded in half. So I ended up gluing it down here, and it left a little pocket behind it. So there's another journaling card right behind it right there. So lots of writing room there. This is sewn down pocket on this. And this is the back page of the second signature, where I have a large journaling card. That's from the kit. A bingo card. That's on file. Those are both on file folder, and a little file folder. I was going to decorate this, but I thought I would leave it for someone to do whatever. You can always glue these down and make a writing spot in any way you want, and decorate the outside here. So just a fun thing. Third signature here, sewn in pocket with some pieces collage from the kit. This is a big, again, journaling card on file folder from the kit. And then I have, this is several wallpaper tags. I think, this is paper, like embossed paper. I think I got all these in Happy Mail. I have this punch. I think that's the same punch as I have, but I don't think I punched these. I think I got all of these in Happy Mail. And what I did was just attach them all together. You can take them apart, but I attached them all together with a bulb pin. And these are also punched from, Maria made these. These are like, I don't know if she painted these or what, but they're almost like they're thick. Like you can see text behind it. So I don't know if she painted and then put something over it or what, but they're really cool, and they're really a cool texture and color. So that I just put that in this pocket as something to have fun with, take apart and have some fun with those. But you can see why this is so bulky, right? I have a lot in here as far as the ephemera goes, and a lot on the pages. But here's a flip up, flip down, and I left it open behind it. It's like a pocket back there. It does end right here. And I have 2 journaling cards from the kit there. So let's see. I'm going to check my time real quick, because I know this is getting a little long. I'm trying to get done. Oh, I think I'm going to get cut off here, I bet. Okay, let's see if I get cut off. So, yeah, here's a digital kit, some stenciling, Edith Holden. This is printed coffee dyed paper with a label, wallpaper. I'm going to go a little quick. Maybe we can get through this without getting cut off. Here's a card, like a playing card, and it had this 4-leaf clover on it, so I thought it went really well with the kit. Here's a double pocket. I have on the other side is on the other back half, but have a little piece from the kit there that's sewn together. 2 pieces of pretty cardstock scrapbook paper. Some vintage address book paper, where I have another card, playing card, on there as a tab. Here's the middle of the signature, and then a little fold out there from the kit. And so we're on the back half. A journaling card in here. I did put a coffee dyed, Rit dyed music page in here. That's vintage music. Here's the flip out wallpaper. A pocket here where you see it's like that. And then I have these 2 pieces of cardstock journaling cards from the kit. And then Edith Holden. This is a glassine bag that I decorated with a piece from the kit. There's a journaling card there and a journaling card there. And then we've got some graph. This is a belly band made from wallpaper. A little recipe. Oh no, this is a card catalog card that I decorated with this little lace piece down here as kind of like a tab, and you can journal on the back of that or put it somewhere as a decoration and make a pocket or whatever. This is the last page and pocket, and you can see the back has the pretty bunny on it. This journaling card here is one I made in Tags Handmade. So it has some fabric and a lot of stitching on it. Everything was, I think, this looks like it was sewn on down here with the sewing machine. And I think this was sewn with a sewing machine, but everything else was stitched there. So, and that's the coffee dyed file folder on the back there. So that came out really nice. And that's that little lace tab that you can see from the outside. And so when I close this up, I just do this, flip the little bow up there, you pull it tight and just wrap this around. You know, you wrap it around, and then I just poked it through here, kind of, and tied a little bow through this. You know, poke it under there. You can just leave it like that, or tie a little bow back here, however you want to do it, but there's options there. So, and I just kind of had it like this when we started, you know, tied like that. And then I have goodies in here, which I don't think I have time to show you today. But so far I have all the extras from the kit. Can you see down in there? There is a bunch. I mean, I don't know. I didn't count them. There were so many. I just put them all in there. I'm going to add some more stuff, add charms to the middle of those signatures. But this, when you see this video, this will be in my shop. So thanks for watching today, and happy crafting. See you next time.